I'm a business analyst at a telco trying to understand why subscribers are not renewing. My hypothesis is that dropped call percentages may play a role in this. The best data for this analysis is call detail records. Unfortunately, call records are all raw log files and are not cleanly structured for visualization. Clearly, I'm going to have to do some data transformation work before I can use my visualization tool of choice. When we access the logs through Trifacta, we can see that, although the logs are not completely structured, it is easy to draw the business relevant data out of the files. In Trifacta, we can easily separate this date-time column in two by highlighting and training the platform by example. Here, highlighting the delimiter prompts the platform to provide a list of suggestions and a visual preview of the top recommendation. If we're happy with the preview, we can accept this transformation and the change will be added to a script here at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Trifacta also automatically identifies data types. Here you can see an icon identifying this as a date-time field. My other columns have information which is hidden in long strings of characters. This includes important business data like subscriber IDs, which mobile switching center and base tower were connected to the call, and the call types. To start our analysis, we'll need to extract the business relevant components from the raw log format. Again, we'll use human interactions to train the Trifacta platform on what elements we're looking for. The more data we highlight, the more accurate the algorithm becomes in predicting the right transformation. In this way, we're teasing out the knowledge that the business user has about this data set and at the same time training the system's machine learning algorithms to be more intelligent. Because we only care about a specific subset of the columns, we can quickly drop or hide columns that are not of interest. One of the remaining columns is the disconnect reason, which Trifacta has flagged in the quality bar for null values. We might want to explore this data further. Selected rows will be brushed and linked with histograms across the columns so that we can easily see relationships and correlations. Here, we see that the call types are actually SMSs or text messages. We do not care about text messages for our analysis, so we'll select the delete transform and remove these rows from our transformation script. Before we visualize our data, we might want to aggregate it, because rather than a call-by-call view, we'd like to see something more business relevant like dropped calls per subscriber. Grouping by subscriber and call drop type allows us to count the number of dropped calls per subscriber. With a little math, we can get the percentage of dropped calls for each subscriber. The last step is to identify whether high dropped call percentages had an impact on subscriber churn. This requires combining call detail records with our subscriber files. Going into the join interface, we can select the fields we'd like to use to connect the two sources together. With a few steps to identify how these two data sources can be combined, and what columns we'd like to use in the combined data set, we have a new data set that transverses two separate data stores. Exploring our data in this way, I actually built a transformation script that can now be executed locally or on our Hadoop cluster. Trifacta supports a variety of output formats, including direct output to applications like Tableau. Here we're looking at a Tableau dashboard that we've created on top of data transformed by Trifacta. You can see the correlation between subscriber age and successful call percentages. Here, you can also see the output of the join between the subscriber table and our Trifacta calculation on call drop percentages from the call detail records. This makes it easy to see the states that are a business problem for subscriber churn. So, what we just completed was taking raw call detail records, transforming them, joining them with a second source, and then visualizing the results in Tableau. In minutes, Trifacta turned raw data into business actionable data.